whenever there are dips, you treat them as gifts, okay? Because things are getting too expensive. So you gotta see them as buying opportunities, right? There should be no question at this point. With Bitcoin at $104,000 and 108 just a day ago, there should be no question that we are going a lot higher. Okay, the Santa rally is in effect. We still have 2 weeks, and let's not forget we have an entire 2025 to go, right? So, any volatility that we have is a good thing. It's like going to your favorite store and seeing your favorite item or items at a discount. That's the only way to view it. Honestly, it's not even being discounted when you compare how high things are now versus a week ago or versus a month ago, because things have gone up so much since a month ago or even a week ago. We're only comparing it versus like a day ago where it's discounted. It's not discounted versus a week ago or a month ago, but still, this is how we rationalize it, because things aren't going to get much cheaper. They're only going to get more expensive, right? And that's how the whales are thinking, because if you're looking at like what's happening behind the scenes, the whales are not selling. Whales keep on accumulating. They're not selling. Only the retail people are scared and they panic sell. I mean, I talk about the institutions and ETFs, and I'll talk about them more, and sailors and BlackRocks of the world. But I mean, you just have like random whales, no one knows who they are, that are buying hundreds of millions of dollars. Three whales bought 120 million, over 1,000 Bitcoin after the recent pullback. 1,000 Bitcoin, like it's nothing. Okay, I can't buy 1,000 Bitcoin like it's nothing. I mean, that's the thing, Whenever retail panics and they panic dump, it's just going in the pockets of the whales or the institutions. That it's like the wealth transfer, right? I've said this before for over many years. When you sell, you're transferring your gains, your life-changing wealth, your financial freedom to others that probably don't need it. You're transferring to the whales that already have it. You want to keep it for yourself, right? That's the name of the game. Or you as a retail investor want to buy it from others. So honestly, that's how you got to view it, guys. I mean, like with Bitcoin at 100,000 plus, there should be zero worries at this point. Anyone that is worrying, I mean, just you got to retrain your brain at this point. MicroStrategy and others, Michael Saylor and others, they know what's up, okay? They keep on taking more debt to buy billions. As a retail investor, you should never take on debt to buy crypto, okay? That's the difference between retail and institutions. If you're an institution, you're a public trade company, you could take on debt to buy Bitcoin or crypto, but as a retail investor, don't ever do that. But they can't, because they have the ability to. But as a retail investor, don't do that. But these guys, they will continue to do so and do so and do so some more until they grab enough Bitcoin, which in Saylor's case is never enough. It will never be enough, right? And here's another one, Exodus. Some of you guys may use their wallets. Exodus, they've been around for a while. They're going public. They hold 1,900 Bitcoin, which is quite a lot. They're going public today on a New York Stock Exchange. Their symbol is EXOD. That's actually pretty big news. Pretty big news. So now, those of you guys, a lot of you guys, trade stocks and you're always asking for some kind of exposure, obviously MSTR is the biggest one and probably the best one. And then you got like Coinbase, you got Robinhood, you got a lot of mining stocks. Now you have a wallet maker that you could actually buy. I don't know how they're I don't know if they I don't know how profitable they are, what their revenue source is or anything like that. Or if they're just like buying Bitcoin like MicroStrategy. But you know what? We'll see. What else is there? Strategic reserve. We know next year the U.S. is going to have a huge strategic reserve of Bitcoin. States are going to have it. Different countries are going to have it. I mean, it's just goodness all around. And what does that go do for Bitcoin? Well, according to Bitwise, their chief investment officer, he thinks that it could drive Bitcoin to $500,000, right? So for people that think, well, Bitcoin is 100,000 plus, I can't make any money with Bitcoin, right? It's too high. I need to go FOMO into memes or FOMO into something else that's cheaper because there's no way I can make any money on Bitcoin now. I mean, think again. Sure, there's probably more upside in a lot of the altcoins, but that doesn't mean that you can't make money with Bitcoin. Going to $500,000, that's still a 5x potential, right? But who knows? That's just this cycle. We could continue forward. And if other countries start FOMOing in and creating strategic reserves for themselves, that's just the beginning. That really is the beginning, right? So you don't want to overlook Bitcoin. That's the point. You don't want to overlook it. And having Bitcoin in your portfolio, it becomes a staple, becomes the rock, right? Whenever we have volatility, right? Bitcoin provides that stability in your portfolio. When all the altcoins tank, Bitcoin is what you want in your portfolio. So it's never too late to add Bitcoin to your portfolio. Here we go. This is a pretty staggering stat for those of you guys that are gold bugs or hold gold. Yesterday, it was reported that the AUM in Bitcoin ETFs and cumulative have surpassed gold ETFs. This is staggering. This is just from BlackRock. BlackRock's iShares for their Bitcoin is almost double than their iShares for gold ETF. It took 20 years for BlackRock's gold ETF to reach 33 billion AUM. And it only took 11 months to reach 58 billion. That tells you something. That tells you something, okay? So for people that think that Bitcoin can't catch up to gold's market cap, think again. This shows you the demand for Bitcoin versus the demand of gold. And Bitcoin needs to get up to like $700,000, $800,000 to reach the market cap of gold. But if this is any indication of the demand for Bitcoin versus gold, Bitcoin will be right up there in no time. It's not going to take 20 years. It may just take 5 years, maybe even less than that. It is crazy to think about.